So let's continue talking about the chromosomes, and we're going to see the part of a chromosome. So the part of a chromosome, as you see here, you can see the centromere, the short arm, the long arm, telomere, and satellite. So we're going to see each part of chromosomes. So the centromere, this is the constricted region of linear chromosomes known as centromere, although this contraction is called centromere is not actually located exactly in the center of the chromosome, and in some cases it is located almost at the chromosome's end. The regions on either side of the chromosomes are referred as chromosomes arms, and according to the centromere, the chromosomes could be classified in different types of chromosomes. So we have the telocentric, acrocentric, metacentric, and metacentric chromosomes. The metacentric chromosomes, the centromere is located at the center of the chromosomes that we have here are telocentric, acrocentric, submetacentric, and metacentric. The centromere, in the case of the metacentric chromosomes, is located at or near the midpoint so that the arms of the chromosomes are equal, meaning short arms and long arms. Then in submetacentric, it is called a chromosome like this when the centromere is located slightly away from the midpoint so that the two arms are unequal. It forms arms of different size. Then the acrocentric chromosomes, they have a rod shape, and the chromosome is towards one end. So the chromosome has a very short arm and a very short arm and a very long arm. And then the telocentric chromosomes, they have a rod-shaped chromosome with the centromere at one end of it. And these just have one long arm instead of the long and short arms. So the arms. The arms are the portion of chromatids between the chromosome and the centromere. Then the telomere. It's a repetitive stretch of DNA located at the end of the chromosome, and they protect the ends of the chromosomes in a manner similar to the way that the tips of shell cases keep them from unraveling. In many cells, telomeres are loose and lose a bit of their arms. The arms is the portion located between the chromosome and the centromere. And we have short arms and long arms. Then the telomeres are repetitive stretches of DNA located at the end of the chromosomes. In many cells, the telomeres lose a bit of their DNA each time that the cell divides. But eventually, all the telomere of DNA is gone. And then the cell or the chromosome in this case won't replicate anymore and it dies. Satellite, this is the secondary constriction of DNA of chromosomes, and this is not in all the chromosomes. So the homologous chromosomes. The homologous chromosome, one comes from the father, one comes from the mother, and in the diploid cells or two end cells, there are uh, homologous chromosomes. So the homologous chromosomes, they duplicate the genetic material. And these homologous chromosomes, they will or they have They are pretty similar. They have the same size, similar length, same gene position, and the centromere location it will be the same, but they may differ in one thing, that is the gene. The version of the gene might be different. So homologous chromosomes are still similar but not identical to each other. They carry the same genes in the same order, but the alleles of each trait may not be the same. For example, we have the eye color gene right here, and we have gene for the eye color, gene for the enzyme A, gene for the cytochrome C. But here we can have the color blue and here we can have the color brown. Same genes, but different version of the gene. An example, we have the chromosome number 9 and it codifies for the blood type. And if you see, it could be A, B, AB, or O. So there are many possibilities for this type of blood. And each chromosome could have or both A or both B or one A, one B or both O. That will determine the blood type of a person. An allele, this is one of two or more versions of the gene. And an individual inherited two of alleles of each gene. These alleles codify for the same trait, for example, color eyes, but not necessary for the same color. They will affect the expression or phenotype of a particular trait. So the alleles could be homologous or heterozygous, homozygous or heterozygous. Homozygous if both alleles have the same gene. So in this case, B and B with capital letters, or in this case, B and B with lowercase letter. But these are heterozygous because they have two versions of the gene, B capital letter and B lowercase letter. B lowercase letter, B capital letter. So this is heterozygous. The chromosome number, this will vary according to the cell and is specific to each organism. We have diploid cells and haploid cells. Diploid cells have, in humans, 46 chromosomes, and haploid cells have just 23 chromosomes. Oh, sorry. So diploid cell, as you see here, 2N, two sets of chromosomes, they are called or found in non-sex cells or the somatic cells, so our whole body's cells. And then in haploid cells, they have just N number of chromosomes or just one set of chromosomes. In the life cycle, all the cells have a haploid number of cells. In human, there are just 23. Then we have the autosomes and sex chromosomes. Autosomes will be 22 pairs from 1 to 22. All of these chromosomes will have an homologous pair of homologous chromosomes. And that is why they are called autosomes. But we have an exception, the sex chromosomes. They do not necessarily have the homologous chromosomes because if you remember, in the men, we have the chromosomes X and Y for men. In this case, it's not homologous, so doesn't have the same size, same shape, or same position of the centromere. So that is the difference. And that will be the pair number 23. Sex determination. If you see here, the man has X and Y, but the woman, has X and X. So each time that the sperm comes with the letter A, Y, will produce a baby boy, but instead comes the letter X, will be a baby girl. So in both cases, which determines the sex of the baby will be the man or the father of the baby.